Yeah, first I wish everybody a blessed Easter tomorrow, so hopefully everyone has a great day.
Coach, Jimmy Jai with D210 Sports. What do you think contributed to that game being a lot closer than it probably should have been?
Oh, I don't know that should have been. They're a good football team, and, Coach Becht and his group do a really good job. And, that's one of the best front sevens I think our offense will see for them. So, and we had a few things that didn't feel, I don't feel like, I thought they controlled the line of scrimmage on our offense, playing soft, too deep coverages, and we still weren't able to run the ball as effectively as we'd like. So that I thought that gave them, the fact that they could control our run game and play too deep, that makes it tougher to get big plays, to open up your passing game. So we ended up in a lot of third and longs. And, just proud of the team. We made the plays down the stretch to win the game. A week ago we missed on a couple of those. I thought overall we operated at the line of scrimmage quicker and better. Didn't have very many procedures, so we were, cleaner that way. But and then defensively, we're doing a great job. Covered great and got pressure. They ran the ball. I thought we controlled the run overall pretty well. And then, our defense has more touchdowns in the last two games than the two teams we played against us. So anyhow, that's kind of how I saw it.
Speaking a little bit more about that defense, talk about Taco Charlton and the impact he had in his first game.
Yeah, I'll have to. I'm not great at isolating on any one player during the game, but Taco's a great guy. I've loved getting to know him the last few days, and he's jumped right in, and I'm sure he played well, but but not surprising. He's played a lot of really good football through the years.
Yeah, Anthony Miller, All Football Digest. Coach, for you, it seems like there was a lot of motion offensively and getting Javonte Payton the ball. And can you talk about his performance as well as Tyler Vaughn? Seems like a lot of plays. Tyler Vaughn was picking up those extra yards, being able to break those tackles.
Yeah, we've got really excellent receivers. So you just named it. Javonte got great speed on the edges and is making some big plays for us. Tyler's a really competitive guy, can make tough catches, and he does. And had a huge one taken back from him. But anyway, they're all doing a really good job. Zay Winningham also makes a lot of really tough, good plays. So, that's a really good group for us.
Ron Murray, K104, coach, sitting at 3-1. Your defense, they have another good day. As you get ready to go into, the midseason, is this exactly where you want your defense to be playing at?
Oh, absolutely. They're playing great. All around, controlling the run game, covering, they're doing an awesome job. You got to give Coach Marvin Sanders, Coach Hayes, and Tommy all, credit. They're really doing a great job.
All right, Oscar, you are good to go.
Thank you very much. Hello, Coach.
Hello, Oscar.
Couple of questions. Everything's fine. The team shows a great mentality after the interception and come back stronger. What do you tell to Luis in that particular moment?
Yeah, you got to shake it off, and there's a lot of football left to be played, and you're going to have opportunities to make plays at the end of the game that really can make the difference. And overall, he did, and everyone did.
And the second one, for you, what was the breaking point in this game? The key moment?
When we intercepted on 4th down and ran it 101 yards back for a touchdown. Until then, I was sweating it out.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you very much, Coach. Gracias. Happy Easter.
Yeah, gracias, Oscar. Happy Easter to you.
All right, and then we're going to have another question from Alan Alford from the Sports Talk Show.
Great to see you again, Coach. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And you know, before the game we talked about the team winning the turnover battle, talk about, you know, Arlington Renegades getting the better end and winning the turnover battle in this game.
Yeah, it always makes a difference. It's one of the key, you know, that's not a cliche. It's the truth in all levels of football. Turnover margin's a major issue on who wins and loses. I feel bad the first one. Their great quarterback, you know, tore his Achilles from what I understand, and hate that for him. A neat guy, and you know, we practiced against them, had a joint practice earlier in camp, and you know, got a chance to talk to him for a few minutes. So you just hate that for these guys that are here in this situation, trying to still have show film, you know. So we'll be praying for him, and but yeah, turnover margin is a major deal, and then if you get one, let alone two for a touchdown, that's going to always make the major difference in the game.
Coach, the only other question I have is that, you know, watching the game, it definitely did seem as if you were just one step away from giving them the knockout blow. As a coach, what are your feelings when you see that going through the game?
Yeah, frustratingly, much like a week ago, it's almost like every time we crossed the 50, we couldn't get into field goal range, and we didn't need much because our kicker got a huge leg, and he's incredibly accurate. So, you know, we've got to do a better job in that field goal range before you enter the red zone of just, you know, for whatever reason, I have to look back whether it be a penalty or we get a lost yardage run, and we end up, you know, 2nd and 12 or 2nd and 13 and then you're behind the chains, and you know, and that's a tough way to operate. So we got to do a better job ourselves as coaches, players, play design or play whatever, all of it. I'm not saying it's play calling, but just overall execution from everybody. And once we're getting in that zone where we've got an opportunity for at least to get a field goal.
Appreciate that. Happy Easter, Coach.
Happy Easter to you.
Alec Villegas for North Texas University. Coach, there's been 3 weeks that the game has come down to the wire. What is the importance to being able to win these games, especially how it ended?
Yeah, you have to make plays at the end. You've got to make plays both sides of the ball, kicking game, to make a difference in those in the last series or two of the football games. And we came up with the defensive stop, you know, to win it this time. You know, at times the offense is going to have to stay on the field, pick up a first down, and be able to run the clock out, those kind of things. So it gets down to making plays when, you know, at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Have a happy Easter.
Yep. Blessed Easter to everybody.
Chris?
Doing today.
First question.
Ron Murray, K104. Luis just talked about the game today and how great it is to have, you know, not just the defense, but special teams to bail you out when the offense is having a rough day.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's been great. You know, it's part of the game, right? Defense is part of the game, and they've done a phenomenal job. Real proud of those guys. Defense wins championships, right? You know, I say that all the time. But happy for those guys, happy for us as a win. And on offense, we just gotta clean up some things and just move on, learn, and get ready for DC.
All right, and Ajene, you know, you ended the game with a house call with the W, and one of the things that you talked about after the game to the crowd is how you do want more people to come out to support the Renegades. So just talk about what people are missing when big plays like that are happening.
Man, they just missing a lot. You know, we come to practice every day ready to work hard, defensively, offensively, special teams wise. Our coaches work very hard, and we got a big thing going on in Arlington. And we encourage all the fans to come out. Anybody that's in Arlington, come on out. Dallas, come on out, man. We working hard. We trying to put together a championship thing.
Jimmy Jai, D210 Sports. Ajene, for you, it looks like not only are you trying to get the pick, but you're trying to make a house call every time you get an interception. Is that something you kind of talk about with your teammates as far as like blocking downfield, watching out for the guys trying to get you, or is that just a natural thing that kind of just happens?
I mean, you know, that's what's preached, you know, or what has been preached throughout the camp, you know, throughout the season. Just when somebody catch the ball, you know, all other 10 guys, you know, lead block up the nearest sideline. So right there, you know, I caught the interception off of Steve tip, and, you know, all 10 other guys led me up the sideline.
Anthony Miller, Old Football Digest. Luis, for you, Coach Stoops kind of talked about how you guys were able to get across midfield, but then it kind of stall out after that. What do you guys need to do offensively to kind of clean that up and be able to, you know, get closer to the end zone or get into the end zone for touchdowns?
Yeah, mental errors and penalties. I mean, if you just look back on our drives where we stalled, it was penalties, holding call. There was whatever the penalty was. It sets you back, and it's hard to overcome those penalties. So we got to look in the mirror, fix our stuff, fix what we could fix, and then fix the mental errors, right? There's no excuse for mental errors, right? Getting beat it's pro football, right? People are going to get beat, but the mental errors are not acceptable, and we got to look in the mirror and fix those things.
All right, we'll have 2 questions from Zoom. Our first question is going to be from Alan Alford from the Alan Alford Sports Talk Show.
Yeah, so let me actually start with Ajene. You know, talk about, you've been balling out this year. Talk about the fact that you're able to help your team in these crucial situations to go ahead and get the win.
You know, I'm just going out there playing the call and trying to execute it as best as possible and just communicate with the guys around me.
Yeah, and for people who don't know a lot about you, can you tell us a little bit about you making a UFL, you know, team, the All UFL team, and also playing for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Man, just going to Philadelphia, I was led by a group of older guys, you know, they came off a Super Bowl, so I was able to sit down and really watch them work. Unfortunately, I didn't get my shot up there, you know, but I learned a lot of stuff from the former guys up there, the former coaches, and I kind of continue to try to attack the day the same way, you know, I seen those professionals doing it.
And for Luis, you know, they made an interesting comment during the game and actually kind of took the words out of my mouth. They were complimenting how great you're in the poise and how great of a quarterback you are. They were questioning, why are you not in the NFL? So I'm going to ask you that question. Why do you feel as if you're not in the NFL?
I'm not sure. I wish I knew the answer to that. So somebody please tell me the answer so I can work on whatever it is. So, yeah.
All right, Oscar, you are good to go.
Hey.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Luis, buenas tardes, Luis. ¿Cómo estás? Felicidades antes que nada por el triunfo. Ya hablabas un poco, ¿no?, de esos errores y detalles mentales del equipo, pero hay un momento crucial. Cuando viene la intercepción, de regreso a touchdown, el equipo completo, no solo tú, mostró mucha fortaleza. ¿Coincides con ello que fue el momento cumbre del partido? Por supuesto la intercepción al final, pero en ese momento es cuando el equipo se arropa.
Sí, en esos momentos, en la intercepción, lo único que tengo que pensar yo es la siguiente jugada, nada más. No voy a pensar en lo pasado, lo que pasó, eso ya pasó, y hay que mover adelante y executar las jugadas una por una, y hicimos eso, y pudimos anotar.
Y una vez más la defensiva, ¿no?, levantando la mano, haciendo la parte que le corresponde y tal vez un poco más.
Sí, mis respetos a la defensa, todo lo que han hecho, número 1 en la liga, que sigan lo que tengan que hacer y nosotros vamos a seguir mejorando y ya.
Y una buena cantidad de mexicanos nos preguntamos lo mismo que tú y lo que te decía Alan, ¿no? ¿Qué se necesita hacer para estar en la NFL?
Sí,
tenemos la respuesta a todos.
Sí, yo quisiera saber, por qué cuando un equipo te corta, pues nunca te dicen por qué, ¿verdad? Nunca te dicen, pues, por esto y esto. Y un equipo a lo mejor dice, oh, pues, no eres rápido. Otro a lo mejor va a pensar que eres rápido. Entonces nunca sabes la verdad lo que pasa. Entonces yo no voy a tratar de mejorar lo que yo pienso que tengo que mejorar y lo que pase, pase.
Lo que pase sigue siendo una inspiración. Luis, muchísimas gracias.
Gracias, Oscar. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.
Have a good evening. Happy Easter.